Welcome to the Integrative Psychiatry and Wellness Program's 5-minute strengths practice. My name's Debbie Cohen, and I'll be leading you through today's practice. So you'll need a pen or pencil and paper or a journal or notebook. And on that paper, please write for yourself your description of a time when you were at your best. As you consider which situation you choose, this time when you are at your best, I'd like you to also include any factors you think contributed to your being at your best at that time. Maybe there were certain people around. Maybe you were meditating every day. Maybe you were getting adequate sleep. Maybe you were involved in a passion you were interested in. Or maybe everything was crumbling underneath your feet and you still managed to be at your best. It doesn't matter what you choose. So if more than one is competing for your attention, just choose one, it doesn't matter. And I'd like you to pause the video now and then resume when you finished writing your description of this time. So the second part of this exercise, which is known as positive introductions, because you're almost introducing, you could introduce yourself to someone this way. You could also reintroduce yourself to yourself in this way. But I'd like you to write down the strengths you think you exhibited in this story of when you were at your best. And what I'll provide for you for this story is a list of 24 character strengths and virtues, which is nothing I made up. It's actually part of the canon of positive psychology literature. It's part of a book called The Classification of Character Strengths and Virtues. And it was developed to offset the ever-growing diagnostic and statistical manual for mental disorders, which in the 1950s was little over 100 pages long. But as more and more attention has been focused on mental disorders, it's grown to where that DSM-5 is now over 900 pages. It's about 950 pages long. So this is a way of giving us a focus on what's working well for human beings. Take a look at this list and consider your story and which are the strengths you see that you exhibited here, or you could include strengths that are not on this list, but which you also see in your story. Once again, pause your video here, and when you're ready to resume, continue. So I'm sharing with you here a snapshot of the cover of the Character Strengths and Virtues. And it was developed by a man named Christopher Peterson, together with Marty Seligman, who's known as the father of positive psychology, who started this field, this subfield of psychology in 1998, to bring focus to what works well for people, how we thrive, how we flourish. So I'd like to leave you with an assignment, a little homework assignment to implement today. And that is for you to reflect back on that list and choose a strength that you'd like to cultivate, that you'd like to actually implement, put into practice. And it might be a strength that you exhibited in the story that you wrote. It might be a strength that that is more part of your life right now. And it might be a strength that feels like it's something you admire in other people, but it's not really part of what you, how you would describe yourself. But it's one you admire and want to cultivate. So choose your strength and for this strength, today, consciously find a way to implement that strength. And as you put it into practice, notice how you feel when you do that. And you might consider focusing on it for a week and just see what that brings to your life. Other people have found that it provides a lens, and you start to see that strength everywhere, in other people, in other situations, and you see it in yourself. And you may find that it comes more naturally than you might expect, but we'll see. So it's nice to practice with you today. Notice as you've done this exercise and focused on strength, just notice anything you can about how you feel, your energy level, what's on your mind, whether the quality of your mind. And I'd like to end by sharing our contact details. If you'd like to reach out to the Integrative Psychiatry and Wellness Program, you can reach us at our website, at our email address. Our website is under construction, but you can reach us at our email address, and we'll hope to see you in other venues as well.